show? Okay. I've been getting money since the 80s. Hold on. Go ahead, man. Stop playing, man. They gave you a show, man, for real. Yeah, man. It's official. Oh, why? You want me to do what? I'm gonna let Goon Scully know. Yeah, what's good, CEO? What's up, man? That's what's good. Pass the word that he got the show, man. Oh, you lying, man. What? You mean to tell me that you don't got the show? And nothing gonna me to be on the show? You gonna pass the what? Man, that's gonna be some more money. Alright, I'll do it. I'll pass the word, man. Just give me that loop. I know my show will make you feel some type of way. Check out my show, man. Don't tell Max I'm gonna be on the show. You know the K.Kinte show. Don't tell Max I'm gonna be on it. Let's go, Max. For this season, man, it's the Glass BA shit, man. Y'all already know how I do, man. I told y'all niggas I got them Slade City shirts, man. Shout out to Goon Scully, man. He out there bitch making some major moves, man. And I'm for real. I think I'm gonna fuck around and put this shit out now, man. 2018, we don't look out for Goon Scully shit laying in the bushes. I'm telling you, man. The bushes, I be laying in the bushes. The bushes. The bushes. The bushes, I be laying in the bushes. The bushes. The bushes. The bushes, I be laying in the bushes. Man, touche, short dog. You know how I do. Don't tell Master you seen me. He looking for me. Don't tell Master you seen me. I don't see myself black. I actually grew up around a lot of white people, you know. Just feel free to contact me, Daryl Cracker. And I'll put them in a category and see. You know. Thank you. And of course, I'm gonna have some important guests.
You can say your name, but I got reason to believe in lies.
You can't prohibit somebody from practicing religion, and then I consumed cannabis, and then...
Yo, who's this brown bad nigga going talking about telling on to, man? I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this kid.
I want to go back to what you was talking about, the Virginia slave coast, because that's important.
One of the laws was that any person that was shipped over here from a non-European or a non-Christian country had to be converted into Christianity.
Yep.
You heard what Master said? What's your name, boy? What's your name? And don't say that K.Kinte shit either, man. Your name is Tony Brown, man. We don't know K.Kinte.
Part of the mechanics of oppressing people is to pervert them to the extent that they become the instruments of their own oppression.
SHAKUR, man. Coming at you out here today. Just want to touch on a few topics, a few issues I want to deal with right now from a New African's perspective. I'm gonna just put it out there like that, from a New African perspective, with all the, the controversy going on with the Confederate statues. I'm standing out here in front of a Confederate statue on Monument Avenue. So this is my thing, and I'm gonna quote the great John Mitchell Jr. John Mitchell Jr. said in 1889 that the blacks, the New Africans who put up the monuments, will one day be here to see the monuments brought down. So I'm gonna just leave that as my opinion and what I think about the monuments. John Mitchell Jr. already said it for me, so I ain't really gonna speak on that. What I'm gonna speak on is the great legends like Gabriel Prosser, Giles B. Jackson, Arthur Ashe, people like that, Rosa Bowser, you know what I'm saying? William Washington Browning, all those type of people. Nat Turner, all the great Virginians, man, that struggle for New African people is what I'm fighting for and what we should be fighting for as a people. all the people that set the bar for us to struggle for it in our struggle here in the United States of America, man. And so I'm just saying, whether the Confederates go up, stay up, or they take them down, it is what it is. We don't control none of this stuff. This is the capital of the Confederacy. They control that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to struggle against something I really can't control. You see what I'm saying? But what can control? We can control the destiny of new African people and the symbolism we want put up. That's important to us.
I'm on Monument Avenue right now. While everybody talk about these statues, I've been quiet a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been saying nothing, but while everybody worry about that other bullshit ass statue that's way down the street, I'm saluting this statue right here. You know what I'm saying? Arthur Ashe. You could have ran through my man.
I wanted to listen. Is that okay?
Oh, come here. What's your name, my man?
I'm Nathan.
Nathan, how you doing, Nathan?
Nice to meet you.
Now let me ask you something, Nathan. What do you know about this guy, Arthur Ashe?
I know he grew up in apartheid or segregation. He beat the odds. He practiced tennis, which was like a white man's sport.
Yeah.
Became a professional tennis player. He was moral and just, and he was an upstanding citizen. You can't really pick and set a guy. But, if he was alive today, he should run for president. But he died of AIDS and from a blood transfusion, but he actually really helped educate.
He helped a lot of people. You know, he gave back to his community. He came back and he gave back here in Richmond, Virginia. You know, so when I'm here about this, about the statue, because there's a lot of big topics been going on around the city, and I want to get your opinion because you are a white man, and I want to get your opinion on this about the Robert E. Lee statue and different things. Now, do you think that it should come down, or do you think it should stay up? From your opinion, let the viewers know.
Well, I think it should come down. I think every statue on Monument Avenue, except for this one, should be removed. And let Richmond decide who goes up. Or what happens. Maybe some of the big circles can be parks for children. Like, they could have like water fountains and stuff that children can play in. But, it's depicts segregation. It was meant to keep African Americans in their place and not speak out and not threaten the status quo of segregated South. And it's over. The South, I think, is rising again, but it's not the white South. It's an integrated South. It's people that have compassion for other people and respect other diversity.
I'd like to thank you again. What's your name again? Nathan. We can't always say it's all white people either. So this is a prime example.
Well,
of Mr. Nathan,
Well, thanks.
Prime is in the heart of the Confederacy is Richmond, Virginia.
It's nice to hear what you're saying, and keep it up, because I think this is the prime opportunity for these statues to come down, and it's time to move on, and there's a lot more in Richmond to come and visit than just these monuments.
Yes, it is.
And I teach in Richmond Public Schools, and I don't want to see my kids that I'm teaching walking by these statues and saying, like, why are they up? I mean, they're monuments. They're supposed to be for heroes, and everybody's hero in America, not just like some upset Southerners that lost the war in 1865 or something.
Thank you for your time, Nate. Have a good one. All right.
players should have their own team. Tell me how this is a team when they own me. Yeah, homie, that's the slave trade. You're playing in the slave game. Go ahead and point shade like I'm the champion, and I don't need a trophy. I'm still Michael, I'm still LeBron, I'm still Kobe. I'm bigger than the block, they can't hold me. I'm still Malcolm, I'm still Marcus, I'm still Stokely. Love and memory of those that died in the Ma'afa. African mothers and fathers, the homies in the bottom. I got a riddle, I'm the reason that the game is played. Some of us made it over, some of us stayed. A gang of people died when they was on their way. Who am I? I'm a victim of the slave trade.
We gotta start to define what are we truly struggling for.
Check out the trail. But some people ain't experienced the slave trail, man, and you know, I don't be seeing them but white people out just jump jogging and shit. Check us out.
It's been 50 years, man, since this man right here has been assassinated. Coming up on October 9th or the 10th of 1967, it'd be 50 years since this man been assassinated by the imperialist United States government and the CIA.
I just want y'all to feel the ancestral vibe for a minute, though. I just want y'all to feel that, though. I do.
What did Malcolm X and even Martin Luther King struggle for at the end of their lives, man? What were they trying to show you? And what they were trying to show you is that we're trying to obtain true freedom. What is true freedom? True freedom is the freedom that your ancestors had first when they first were brought here and were first dropped off on these docks and shores of North America, which where I'm at right now in the Manchester slave docks. What were those people before they were brought here? They were nations, tribes of sovereign people that were free. That's true freedom.
See, the whole thing is too, man. What I'm starting to learn is the facade is just winning. And I gotta give y'all credit right now. I gotta give the facade credit.
Self-determination is a human right for any people that's oppressed.
The facade is winning, cause ain't nobody fucking with the real shit for real. I'm talking about that what niggas say, the real, we want the real. Where is the real? Well, the real was walking down this bitch like about 500 years ago, right? Want the real walking down this bitch about 500 years ago? I'm just saying niggas say what they want the real. Didn't y'all say that though? I'm just saying, this what y'all say, y'all want the real, I want it raw, I want it uncut, all that.
And also, we have a struggle right here within the borders of North America, which is the Republic of New Africa, who's struggling and been fighting for over 50 years for true freedom. I know that this thing called separatism, this thing called separatists, that they want to label us like the thing they got going on now with the FBI. They're trying to say all people that's identified with being black and African is some kind of new supremacist movement called Black Identities Movement. What is that? Cause you proud to be African? You proud to be black?
This shit right here fucked me up, cause this the shit I be talking about. See, then y'all wonder why shit the way it is. I'm gonna show you. This proof right here. Look at the sign. Look at our ancestors, look at our ancestors, look at our ancestors, look at our ancestors. Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that with that gun? Look at our ancestors. Who the fuck is that with that gun? Who was that with that gun and that turban?
Reformism is not the answer. Revolution is the answer. Queen Mother Moore, Assata Shakur, the Shakur family, the Ali family, all these great families were struggling for true independence, man. That's what they was fighting for, not reform. They didn't want to fit in with the United States government, man. And it's crazy. And it's crazy for the simple fact, it was a woman that came up with the new African identity. Queen Mother Moore said that we were a new African people and we should strive for independence and true freedom.
That's an ancestor, 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 ancestor. Who is that? Who the fuck is that? Look at that shit. Motherfucker, nigga, you got a gun? Who you with? Nigga, you got a gun? Ancestor, you got a gun? You got a turban on, nigga? Who you is? Ancestor, ancestor. See? I don't know, man, but that's what I be talking about, though. Who the fuck is that? Motherfuckers don't want to have that conversation. Y'all don't want to. I ain't gonna even let y'all talk about this shit, but let me know who the fuck that is, please. Is he with us? I don't know. The motherfucker look like he on the other side.
God must have cursed us. Now that's how they made the laws. Even when I'm watching basketball, I can't help but think, why the fuck these niggas just don't start their own league? Every star player should have their own team. Tell me how this is a team when they own me. Yeah, homie, that's the slave trade. You're playing in the slave game. Go ahead and point shade like I'm the champion, and I don't need a trophy. I'm still Michael, I'm still LeBron, I'm still Kobe. I'm bigger than the block, they can't hold me. I'm still Malcolm, I'm still Marcus, I'm still Stokely. Love and memory of those that died in my offer. African mothers and fathers, the homies in the box. I got a riddle, I'm the reason that the game is played. Some of us made it over, some of us stayed. A gang of people died when they was on their way. Who am I? I'm a victim of the slave trade.
Back to the K.Kinte show. And once again, who is that? No, we gonna get into it tonight. Because we got Brother Shakur in the building, so we're gonna get to it tonight. You know, who is that? You know what I'm saying? So we was on the slave trail, right? We just did that video, and you know, as we was coming up and we was reading the signs, you know what I'm saying, we seen our ancestors enslaved, that, you know what I'm saying, on the slave trail markers, they had that, ladies and gentlemen. But the thing that kind of messed me up was I seen the same people that was enslaved was the same people that enslaved my people, was our own people. So let's speak on that right now, because a lot of people don't even know nothing about that. Yeah, the white man definitely enslaved us too, but he got help from niggas. So let's speak on that. I mean, for real, we got to get into it, man, because there's a lot of stuff people don't understand out here. We don't know. Let's break this shit. Let's break it down, man. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we got to break it down. Let's go, bro.
I mean, you know, it's basically, man, you know, it's a history that's been suppressed for decades, you know what I'm saying? Everybody thought it was just white men and the Arabs that invaded Africa and enslaved our people. But you gotta understand, it's just like Malcolm X said in the 60s, you had a house nigga and you had a field nigga. You see what I'm saying? So basically, those dudes or those people that was on that marker with the turban is those house niggas.
And so basically, you know, they are Moors that did that.
Yeah, we can call them like that.
And I got some friends and some peoples out there that are Moors too, but you know, the ones that I know, they acknowledge that their people helped the slave trade too.
Yeah.
And you got some Moors out there that don't acknowledge it.
Exactly.
So, you know, so we just saying that it kind of, it's funny to me because, you know, now everybody's not African. You know what I'm saying? And before we go into this one, ladies and gentlemen, let's just go into this clip. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I played it kind of last week, but I don't know if y'all can hear it with the audio. But we got this clip again. Gotta run it because tonight we gonna have some callers to call in because I want to know what some of the people out of Richmond, Virginia, do y'all think y'all got African in y'all blood, or do y'all just think y'all Native American? Yeah, I just want to know some of y'all opinion. Let's go into this clip right now, ladies and gentlemen. I want y'all to check this out.
When it comes to talking about African Americans, I have no education with that. Period. I don't. I'm not even connecting to that no more because that's a system. That's like connecting and say, hey, he's a bad guy. You don't hang with him. Oh, hey, I'm gonna find out for myself. I'm not African American at all. My folks is not from Africa, and a lot of people in this room, folks ain't from Africa. Might be a couple. But people just don't understand. I asked my grandma, like, yo, grandma, what's your background? She like, Redfoot and Blacktail Indian. What? Yeah, my mother and my father did. We 100% Indians. Asked my other grandma, we got Cherokee in us, and European and Italian, a little Dominican. It's crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? That's why I'm over Africa. Y'all look at me funny. Like, nigga, I'm African. Like, you're not, though. Like, you're not. 80% of slaves was already here. It was natives. It's crazy.
Hey, where you get that number from?
Shit, I just checked the books.
Which book?
Yeah.
I got a whole laptop full of this shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, just for me reading. It's not a solid book like, hey, it's only 1,000 slaves came here. And nah, nigga, you got to read. You have to literally read. Like, I'm so deep into it, I don't think about a slave ship. I think about, what was a slave ship called? Jesus. What the fuck was a slave ship called that Christopher Columbus was on? Who funded that slave ship? Who paid for that boat? Like, what was these folks' race? Like, what was their background?
Mike, you want to come? You want to come?
So, Michael, that's interesting.
Why? I'm just. It's like a why. It's not like I'm chastising. It's like why.
No, that's interesting because when it comes to you're addressing identity, right?
So you're familiar with that boat, right?
I'm not familiar with the boat exactly that you're referencing, but I am.
The slave boat, the first slave boat.
Oh yeah, the slave boat. Yeah, for sure.
So who paid for the slave boat?
That was from the Europeans in terms of
what
was
ethnicity? What was their ethnicity?
There was Germans. There was individuals.
What was their ethnicity that paid for that boat? That built that boat and that voiced that boat? And
who are the people who built the boat or who paid for the boat to be built?
It's in the books. It's just it's in the books. I'm not going to say shit because
we got to specify which boat.
Yeah,
and from which part of the country
Columbus was on. The boat that y'all celebrated Columbus Day.
It's called Jesus of Lubeck.
Yeah, and. Who the Spanish
King Henry.
But we gonna get to it. Don't worry, we gonna get to it like that. Like, trust me, it's deep. It's deep, bro.
But the question I have for you in regards to identity, then, some blacks don't want to be called African Americans. Some refer to call as black. So with you saying you're not African American, you're more of the indigenous. Your grandmother and your grandparents from the Native American tribes. Do you address yourself as Native American? Do you address yourself as black? Do you address yourself as African American?
I'm other.
So you're other.
I'm uneducated. I'm uneducated. So for me to sit here like a college professor or professor, I'm wrong. I'm uneducated. I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? But I'm damn sure not black. You're not gonna call me black. My grandmother's not Crayola. Like,
so then,
I'm connected to a tribe. I'm from a tribe, not a country. It's a big difference.
Welcome back to the K.Kinte show. You know, that was a clip right there from your boy, Walker. You know what I'm saying? And you see, he don't think he African American. He don't got African in his, blood, in his DNA. He just think he's this Native American. And now, my brother, let's just break this down. What's your opinion on that? Because from that video that he said, there's been a lot of controversy. A lot of people now saying that they got Native American in their blood more than they got African in their blood. So, what's your opinion on that?
I mean, my opinion, when I first seen it, you know what I'm saying, like, it was just a bunch of garbage to me, you know what I'm saying? But I understand where he's coming from, you know what I'm saying? Much love to Waka Flocka. You know what I'm saying? I salute the people who come into their consciousness, but at the end of the day, that belief that he pushing is some pseudo, information. It's not factual.
It's not,
you know what I'm saying? You're speaking from an uneducated, you know what I'm saying, stance. You heard what he said in the video.
But he sound intelligent though. What he said.
But that's the thing today. The thing today
is to sound intelligent. Okay, They don't have facts.
And the thing about it, I'm not knocking Waka Flocka because I salute any brother and sister who tries to come into consciousness. But he's been around people that's pushing an ideology that's been around. Well, I ain't even say ideology. They pushing a belief. It's a belief. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They done took some information and created their own belief system out of it. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go ahead and say what it is. It's the more science. It's the
because he said, I understand what he's saying about he's not a crayon, he's not black.
Oh yeah.
We understand.
We understand that part.
That terminology. But a lot of other people don't understand that terminology. That's not into that though.
No, it's not into it. I mean, no, we're not a crayon. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because every human on this planet has a nationality. I agree with that part. You see what I'm saying? This is my thing with it. My elders, which is from the Republic of New Africa, the New African Independence Movement, they have been debating these cats for decades. So it's not a new thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put that out there. It's not a new thing. But our point is that if you're walking around today with any melanin in your skin, you cannot say that you're not African. Yeah. Because Africa is the origin of all humanity. If you're black, you see what I'm saying? You have African in your DNA. Even the indigenous peoples of the Americas know where their ancestors came from. You see what I'm saying? Because where did humanity start at? Humanity started in Africa with a black man.
And see, that's what I was saying, even with the slave trade video we did about how many Africans got sold down here.
Yeah, alone. And when people try to debate me on that, I always invite them to Virginia. Come to Richmond, come to Virginia. I can prove and show to you that what you're saying about the slave trade is not facts. You see what I'm saying? Okay, we know black people were already here. We're not saying that. But where did those black folks come from? Yeah. They came here by boat, by free will from West Africa. Malians. If you know who Mansa Musa is, research Mansa Musa. you will see where the Olmecs ancestors came from.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you disowning your African blood is disrespecting your ancestors. You know what I'm
I
saying?
totally agree with that.
Period.
Now, ladies and gentlemen out there in Richmond, Virginia, I got something I want y'all to do. If y'all looking, the viewers out there looking, give me a call, man, 804-915-5202. I just want to know, do y'all think y'all got African in y'all blood out there? Or do you think you just got Native American? Because you know Thanksgiving coming up. So I know a lot of y'all might just think y'all got Indian in y'all blood now. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this one thing, and not to get this misconstrued. We're not saying that black people don't have Indian ancestry. We know they do. Why we know they do? Because we know we had a common enemy at one time, which was the European, because it was Indians getting enslaved too.
Yeah.
Once they started getting enslaved, we know that Africans and Indians mixed. Because a lot of Indians took us in. When we tried to escape from the white man, who did you think we ran to?
Yeah.
We ran to the indigenous nations. They protected us from the white man. But we gotta say this also. There were also indigenous nations that enslaved us.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The 5 civilized tribes. They had African slaves. So all this confusion with I'm not African, I'm not black, that stems from self-hate. Because the white man told you you're not African.
So out there in Richmond, Virginia right now, do y'all think y'all got African in y'all DNA? You know what I'm saying? Give me a call, man, 804-915-5202. I just want to know, do y'all think y'all got it in y'all blood? You know, you got a little bit, you don't. You know what I'm saying? You got Native American in you. What do you got in you? What do you think? I'm saying, because the hot topic right now out there, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have African American in our DNA. I ain't gonna say American. This African is not.
Yeah.
African is not in our blood. You know, so that's the whole new thing right now.
That's a new trend, you know, pseudo movement.
And it's like, you know, and I can't understand why we having this disconnection right now from Africa though. Like, and you know, you got some guys, and I got some friends that tell me too, and I know some Africans don't even like the blacks in America for real. Yeah, we know about that too, but they still trying to mimic us. We are mixed up people still regardless, but still got the same blood and DNA.
This is the thing. You gotta understand. What happened to them happened to us. We're all colonized people. We all suffered through colonialism. Our ancestors went through colonialism. A lot of our people are just miseducated about what happened to our ancestors. But I'm gonna say this. A lot of this stuff is coming out because we're in the information age. See, a lot of this information is new to a lot of black people that's trying to find their identity and trying to find themselves. So when they come across new information, they hurry up and identify with it. Oh, for real? Oh, I'm Indian? Oh, the Indians was here first? Black people was over here first?
Okay, we got our first call on the K.Kinte show. K.Kinte show, talk to me. Do you think you got African in your DNA? Yes or no? Let me hear you.
If I don't have African in me, I want it. Send me a plane of African blood. Make me happy. Thank you.
You welcome. Thank you. Thank you for that call out there right now. You know, we just take the call. Just want to see what y'all thinking out there about this, you know, the situation. Do you think you got African in your DNA? You know what I'm saying? So what you think, Shakur, about this though, this disconnection from Africa though right now? And some people say out there the name is not African. See, we getting into a lot of terminologies right now. It's not really Africa. That's not the name. So, but this is what our people over here in America, where we was born at, we understand the terminology of it.
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, this is the thing with the term African, period. The term African in Africa is an international terminology. That terminology makes us and our brothers and sisters that's in the diaspora, which is South America, the Caribbean islands, Europe, and other places that black people scattered off across the globe. African is one word that all of us can use in an international language to identify that we are the same people. We come from the same origin. We come from the same ancestors. We're not literally saying that African is a nationality. You know what I'm saying? Even though, because we know it's the name of the continent. We know the people over here in the diaspora, we come from many different African nations. And we know they have indigenous names. You see what I'm saying? Like Igbo, Yoruba, Ashanti. We know our ancestors come from different tribes and different nations, but the whole term, period, we took that term. No matter how we got it, we took that term and made it our term because it's ours. It's something that we can all identify globally and show each other love. That no, you my brother.
Yeah.
They took us from y'all. You see what I'm saying? But we still brothers and sisters. So that's why we identify with the African term. And speaking on the black term, because it's a lot of anti-blacks. You know what I'm saying? Things going on with the blackness. Overstand this, man. A lot of people are miseducated about black and black power. Our people in the 60s and the 70s struggled. They came up with the term black to empower our people mentally, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Black power is to unify. It's a unifying term. It's not saying that we are actually like, you know what I'm saying, black, you like that, you know what I'm saying? We all know that our hues come in different color shades. Light skin, brown skin, all that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but we use the term black because black is the origin of all color shades. You see what I'm saying? Bobby Seale, Huey P. Newton, all these people, they use this term to unify us.
Yeah.
That's why we're black. That's why it's black power. You see what I'm saying? All these Moors and all these type of people who try to disconnect African people from that, you're wrong. Because you're not educated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're just trying to create a belief system that's separating us. It's not unifying us. You see what I'm saying? It's cool, go ahead and be a Moor. I'm not knocking that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't disrespect what our elders tried to do in the 60s and the 70s that tried to unify our people. Black power is unification. You see what I'm saying? Against oppression, against white supremacy. You see what I'm saying?
That's deep right there, my brother. You just broke it down with facts.
That's facts.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go into this video right now. We have a DNA test. Let's check this out.
It was time to see what genetic analysis could tell us about their more distant ancestry. Lupita's results contained something I'd never seen before. When we examined her mitochondrial DNA, the genetic fingerprint passed down from mother to daughter across generations, we found that she carries DNA from the oldest maternal haplogroup, a very ancient branch of the mtDNA tree, just adjacent to what scientists call the mitochondrial Eve, the most recent woman from whom all living humans today descend. When mitochondrial Eve was walking around, there were no human beings alive outside of Africa. Everybody was black in the whole world.
Huh. I predate race.
You predate race. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yes, welcome back to the K.Kinte show. And you see that evidence? That's why we say the black woman is God. You just seen that Lupita, you know, DNA evidence. Let's talk about that right now, man. You know, because it was just some people that was saying that they don't have African in their blood and different things. Now, you just seen that paternity test out there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's speak on that right now.
Yeah, that was the DNA test from Lupita in Yango. She's from East Africa. You know what I'm saying? Her family's from East Africa, Kenya, I believe. Yeah. That was from a PBS special that they just aired like Tuesday. And I was happy that they put that DNA test out there because it's showing you the origins of humanity, the black woman. The black woman is the first human. She's the first, she's the mother of all civilizations. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we use the term, the black woman is God, because on Earth, black woman was the first humans walking around this planet before any other race came into existence. You see what I'm saying? So that's why she is so sacred. This is why the black woman has to be respected. She's the most sacred, vital force and energy on this planet because no one predates her. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, that was this evidence we just seen, and that too from her bloodline, though.
Yeah, because her bloodline is tracked back to the original maternal mothers. Eve, they call her Eve. I don't really like to call her Eve, but that's the general term. The first black woman, the first woman on earth, the first human was Eve. Her bloodline is tracked back to those original mothers. Because see, when they use the term Eve, they're really talking about more than one woman. They're not just specifically talking about one woman. They're talking about all the black women that was here first that are manifested in Africa.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they showed that for another reason, because we're on the topic of far as like the black people in America that identify with the Moors and the Aborigines, saying that they're indigenous to America, they're not indigenous to Africa. That's your evidence.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for those mothers in Africa, it wouldn't be no indigenous people in the Americas. You see what I'm saying? Because human civilization had to evolve. You didn't just pop up in the Americas. You see what I'm saying? Like, where did their ancestors come from? Where did the ancestors before that come from? Where did that bloodline come from before that? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even the white man will tell you this. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like none of this information is hidden. Be proud that your ancestors originated in the motherland. Africa is the only continent that's still stuck to the earth.
And they got all the resources.
And they got
all the diamonds, all the gold, all the land, all the oil, all the
smartphone. Your smartphone wouldn't work without the mineral resources that they get out of the Congo.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? This is why they call Africa the mother. This is the origination.
And let's get this. See, when we say Africa, it's a continent.
Exactly.
Let's get this for real. It's a continent.
Exactly.
Because people don't understand. They think this shit like a town or something.
Yeah, like
you know. So then they think when they look at TV, they see kids with flies and they got dirt. They're like, Africa is fucked up. Man. I don't want to go over there. It's not all like that.
That's old clips. I mean, we know poverty. We know hunger. We know all these things exist in Africa. I mean, that exists all over the world.
That exists in rich people.
Exactly. I can go to the street and get on the highway and you see the homeless people on the side of the highway with the sign. Poverty is not neutral to one part of the globe. You see what I'm saying? They just made that to make their point to detach black people from Africa. You see what I'm saying? In the first place. But no, man, that clip of Lupita just shows you that pseudo information, that pseudo movement that's out here now saying that I'm indigenous to the Americas is false information. You see what I'm saying?
It's more, to me, it's like it's self-hatred though. And you know, it's like one group want to know more than the other group, and it's like we're not the same people, but we got the same skin. I don't really get that though.
And I'm gonna just use this one. My elders always tell me it's just an intellectual jerk off contest.
That's it.
That's all it is. Because black people are starting to come into this information. A lot of people just starting to hear about the Moors. They just starting to hear about all this indigenous to Americas. We was over here first. I mean, that's good. We need to know these things, and you need to know your Indian ancestors, because most of us do. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of us walking around America, we got white people in our bloodline.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We're not saying that's not facts. You know what I'm saying? We're disagreeing with the point that you're saying that
you don't have no
African in your blood. You see what I'm saying? That's impossible. You can't have no color without the African ancestors. It's impossible. You see what I'm saying? It's impossible.
Speaking of this, man, we can go to this last video. This from you, Brother Shakur. We're going to go to this last video. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm speaking on the behalf of all of those global Africans to get educated on what's going on in Nigeria. It's very, very, very important, man. So I stand here today coming from Virginia, and why Biafra is so important to me and the Virginia connection is because of the slavery, the slave trade. Many of y'all probably don't know that the majority of the Africans that were, kidnapped and taken out of West Africa came from the Bita Biafra and the Bita Bani in Nigeria. So a lot of the new Africans and Africans, black people in America, you're related to these people. This is where your ancestors came from. Let me get this point clear, man. Study self-determination. Self-determination of a people is a human right under international law. And what does this law state? This law states that the rights of people to self-determination is their right to freely determine their political status and freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural development as a people. The self-determination is a human right. It's under the Article 1 of the UN Charter 1945, man. Go research that. And I just emphasize that point because a lot of our people are not politically educated on what is self-determination, man. This is a human right. You see what I'm saying? And these people, our brothers and sisters, human rights are being violated in Biafra, man. In Nigeria, by the Nigerian government. They're being murdered, killed, all because they want to return to what they were, which is a nation state, the Republic of Biafra, which is being led by a brave soldier by the name of Nnamdi Kanu, of the IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra. These people are under attack. They're being murdered because they want to be free. So I want my people here to start to support our brothers and sisters in Biafra, man. They need us. And all that they need from us is to make this, the globe aware of the genocide that's being taken out on them by the Nigerian government. That's all you have to do, man. Because we know the United Nations and all these type of people, they don't care, man. This has been going on for decades, man. This has been going on ever since Biafra tried to separate from Nigeria the first time when Nigeria came into creation. So let me get to this real quick. What is Biafra? Biafra is the land of the rising sun, basically. It's basically consists of the Cross River State, Ebonyi, Enugu, Anambra, Imo, Abia, Akwa, Ibom. These are the states that make up Biafra land, and some of Biafra land stretches all the way into Cameroon. So do your research on that. You see what I'm saying? And why is this genocide being taken out on Biafran people? Because they don't want Biafran people to bring the Republic of Biafra back into nationhood and statehood, because this is the majority of where the resources in the oil fields are located in Nigeria. This has been going on ever since the 1960s, people. The Hausa, the Fulani, the Yoruba were all assisted by the British government to commit genocide against Igbos since the 1960s. This is where the Biafran Civil War came from. Do your research on the Biafran Civil War now, as you finish watching this video. Because why? They know that Biafra is a threat to Western imperialism, man. All the resources in the oil is in the southern oil fields of Nigeria. This is Igbo land. Every war on this planet is fought over resources and land. Period. Malcolm X. In the United States of America and the imperialist British Empire, the two evilest empires on this earth, are making money off the oil fields in Nigeria. This is why they must keep Biafra from becoming a state. They must keep it crippled. Because once Biafra becomes a state again, those oil fields and that oil belongs to the state nation of Biafra. Nigeria is a puppet colonial government controlled by the British, U.S. imperialist empires. Period. Do your research on that, man. The southern oil fields in Biafra. Let me tell you something about Biafra, man. 1/10 of the oil fields are in Cameroon. 3/10 of the oil fields are in Nigeria. 6/10 of that oil is under the Biafran soil. So what would happen if the Biafran people become a nation state again? They will control that oil. That's their oil to make their nation and state thrive. They would be totally independent of Western European powers. You see what I'm saying? And forget all this stuff. We know what happened in the Biafran Civil War. Yes, Biafra was defeated. People died. Millions of Biafrans died from hunger. We know this. But what they don't tell you is that if they would have got the chance to ever control their own oil, man, this country would have came into existence and would have became a global power, a global nation on their own, man. And they still trying to get that now. They can become a global power right now with the oil that they have in southern Nigeria. This time around, they would not starve. So this is why they're trying to keep them a crippled people. This is why they're trying to make it look like they're wrong. And you have Nigerians also who keep on talking all that stuff, talking about this is not going on in Nigeria, because those people are not Igbo people. Those are people from different tribes, different states in Nigeria who are against Igbo people, period. And this is not to bash Hausa people, Fulani people, Yoruba people, but your people are being controlled by white people, man, period. And I'm going to post all this stuff in my new blog. I'm going to put it into the bio script so all my people here in North America and all the Africans global can read the history of what's going on in Nigeria and why this genocide is being taken out on the Biafran people. Period, man. And I'm going to close out like this, man. Every war fought in the world is at the advantage of capitalism. This is about capitalism and imperialism. Many of our people don't know that Nigeria came into existence under colonialism. Colonial powers created Nigeria, and they still control Nigeria. Western powers control Nigeria, period. Get that in your head, man. I just put it to you like this. Everybody across the world is not a fool. All the black people across the world is not a fool. We know what's going on. The new African people right here in North America, many of us don't know nothing about this, but they will. So as I close out, man, I stand with you brothers and sisters in Biafra land. And you know, I just want to say a big Ishe to all the ancestors that's Igbo, that's a part of the North American and the Africans here in North America who was brought here through the slave trade, man. Long live our ancestors, man. Long live the Republic of Biafra, man. Sign off right here, man. Free the land.
K.Kinte show. Man, that was a video from my brother, HAKI SHAKUR, man. We got 10 minutes left in the show. And let's break that little video down right now, man.
Yeah, that was my video on my peoples in Biafra, the Igbo people in Nigeria. They're going through a struggle right now. They're being genocided. They trying to break free from Nigeria because they was a nation, before Nigeria came into existence. And a lot of my following is from Nigeria and the Igbo people.
Yeah, I see you got a big following from Nigeria. That video actually went viral over there.
Yeah, and I want to shout out to the Biafra Digest magazine and news media, because they took my video and took it and played it in Nigeria and it went viral. So that was what I'm saying? I just was, concerned about what was going on in Biafra, because I know a lot of our people in Virginia had Igbo ancestors because of the slave trade. Yeah. So, our brothers and sisters was feeling down over there. So I took it upon myself with my voice to bring awareness to our people here who actually care about that type of stuff. Because, I'm trying to get our people, into international politics. People don't realize what's happening to black people over the globe affects us all. Because we all black people, you see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to bring awareness to that genocide being taken out on the Biafran people. And I just want to say this in closing to that, is that much success to my Biafran people with boycotting the election tomorrow. They boycotting the election so they can get a referendum. And what a referendum is, just basically a people's vote to separate from Nigeria. And all I was trying to do was just trying to make this point to our people here on what Malcolm X struggle was. Yeah. This is what Malcolm X and all those type of people was fighting for our people here. You got to understand, we're being genocided too. You see what I'm saying? And you also got to understand that we are a nation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're a captured nation of people. You know what I'm saying?
Explain that before we go though. Break that down to the city when you say we are a nation. Because a lot of people don't understand that. When they mean, do they mean we are American nation? Break the nation down, though. Explain that to the viewers out there. When you say we are a nation.
Okay, what I mean by we are a nation is that, the indigenous peoples who was here first, all those tribes, they're nations. That means they had constitutions. They had all that before the white man came here. And what I'm saying by we are a nation, we came from different nations. Like I said earlier on the show, like Yoruba people, Igbo people, all these people are nations. They had their own nations before they were enslaved. So when we were brought here, and like throughout history, wherever people go, they become a new nation. You see what I'm saying? Because this is, we're damn not sure, we're not a white nation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what you need to understand, black people. The United States of America is a white nation. It's not a black nation. It came, our ancestors built a white nation. The Confederacy, the Confederate states, they were a white nation that fought against the United States nation. Yeah. They wanted their own nation. So what I'm basically saying is that we're a colony of people that's a nation that's still trying to struggle to get free. You see what I'm saying? We're a captured nation. You see what I'm saying? So understand that you're a nation of people. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm basically trying to say.
And I know for the, we got 5 minutes left. I know you wanted to shout some people out right there.
Okay.
Yeah. With that, salute to all the political prisoners out there too that's watching the show. So, you want to speak on that right now about the political prisoners and different things too.
And that goes back to what I was saying about we're a nation of people. You got to understand us by being a nation of people, we also have captured prisoners of our nation, which are political prisoners. We call them New African political prisoners and New African political prisoners of war. That means these are captured combatants of people who stood up for our people in the 60s and 70s, who were fighting for self-determination, independence as a nation of people that Malcolm X and all these people was fighting for. So this is a shout out to my comrade. This guy is only 26 years old. His name is Kwame Shakur. He's one of the best political strategists that we have in our nation. He's doing over 100 years for his political beliefs. He was captured and trumped up on some murder charges of murders that he wasn't involved in. But by his political beliefs and being a New African and claiming that he's part of a nation, they trumped up his charges to double homicide and double murder. So they gave this guy 100 years just off his political beliefs. So I just want to give a big shout out to my young comrade in Indiana, Kwame Shakur, free Kwame Shakur, look him up. He has articles all over the internet on San Francisco Bayview. Go check him out, man. Free Mutulu Shakur, free Shaika Shakur, free all New African political prisoners.
Oh man, I just want to thank you again, Brother Shakur, for this always blessing the K.Kinte show, man. Every season, we come through, man, and drop jewels. The videos we do together, we do them like in the summertime. We always set it up like that. Beautiful. We broke a lot of stuff down about that African in y'all DNA. I'm pretty sure y'all know y'all got African in y'all DNA now that you check the show out.
Just go research. Go research, you know what I'm saying? Go research all of it. I'm not keeping you away from Moorish history. Go research Moorish history. Go research Indian history, because yes, we do have Indian ancestors. My great-great-grandmother was a mixed with African and Paul Monkey Indian.
My grandma. Yeah, my grandma was Brown.
Chris Brown and them is Tappahannock. In that area, they're Paul Monkey in their blood. You see what I'm saying? They got Paul Monkey ancestry. I have Paul Monkey ancestry. You know what I'm saying? On my father's side. I'm not disowning that. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand, they have origins too. Yeah. Everybody on this planet has origins. Ours is African.
It's just so funny that everybody want to be disconnected from it though right now.
Well, we're going to fix that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to fix that in time.
Thank y'all out there for checking out the K.Kinte show, man. Check me out next week, 7:30, 8:30. Y'all already know how I do. Comcast 95, Verizon 36. You see my brother Shakur. Check out the show before we go. Negroes with guns.
Long live Robert F. Williams, man. He was the first president of the Republic of New Africa. That's him and his wife, Mabel Williams. They was the people who started the self-defense movement and bringing it into existence. Like, black people, go buy you a shotgun. It's your Second Amendment right to have a gun in your house and to defend your family. You know what I'm saying? Still stands today, man. Enjoy your fruits of the labor and your rights. Go buy your gun. Protect your family.
And we're going to end the show like that. Thank y'all for checking out the K.Kinte show. Check me out next week.
everybody. It's Rafael Torelli with Complex Magazine, and I'm here with Glasses VA.
I'm saying I just got shot, cuz. You know what I'm saying? I got shot and I got grazed. You know, and the fucked up thing is my record sales been going up. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this shit was meant to be.
You know, Glasses, it must bug you that a fan of yours hurt you. Even though, you know, you're such a nice guy with the people. You always sign autographs, pictures, and whatnot. How do you feel?
I feel for real, man, it's fucked up because I'm like, damn, it was a brother. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even a white motherfucker that did that shit. It was a brother that goddamn shot me. And, you know, I'm like, damn, cuz, you know what I'm saying? I'm Glasses VA. I give back to the hood. I give back to the community. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker still hit me up.
So is there anything you want to say to your fans that are watching?
Man, look, man. Y'all know I'm Glasses VA. I got goddamn, you know I'm goddamn endorsing Amsterdam vodka. You know what I'm saying? I got that lean in the shit. Y'all niggas don't do that shit, cuz. Y'all know my slogan, cuz. I keep 2 shades on at all times for these pussy ass niggas. Y'all weak ass niggas tried to hit me up, man. It's all good, cuz. Cause my record sales been going up now, man. I'm a real nigga, cuz. I'm official.
I gotta ask you, man.
What's good, cuz?
Why do people hate on you so much? It seems like they kind of biting on what you do from time to time.
No, why? Cause I'm a fucking trendsetter. I'm Glasses VA, man. I'm an originator, man. I'm a creator, man. All that shit that's going on in VA, that shit come from fucking me. Glasses VA. Niggas want to shoot videos like Glasses VA. Now niggas want to have the same pistols as Glasses VA. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think Glasses and Scullyville, the nation, don't be seeing that shit? Y'all really think that, man?
So there's too many copycats out there?
Come on, man. Ain't nothing but one Glasses VA. Ain't nothing but one slave to the record, Scullyville, the nation. Come on, cuz. I'm the originator, man. I'm the creator, man. Y'all niggas fucking copycat ass clone niggas, cuz. That's why goddamn brown bag be in y'all bushes, man. Getting y'all. Shout out to Goon Scully too, man. Gotta shout out to Goon Scully. Scullyville the nation, man. He around right now, riding around lurking. He's supposed to have been over here, but you know what I'm saying? He said he gotta handle business. So shout out to him.
So Glasses, you know, you're using your arm a lot to drink. Are you sure you're hurt?
Why you over here, man? We already discussed this. Why you over here? What you over here for? Tell the people why you over here. You Complex Magazine.
Because I want to interview with a big star.
Hey, and what happened to the big star?
He got shot, allegedly.
Yeah. Ain't no allegedly. It's real life shit, man. Motherfucker tried to hit me up. I told y'all. Shit. So you mean it's official? It's official. I got my show.